Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'd like to do a little chicken update for you and show you how much they've grown and what they're doing. In the morning, as soon as I feel it's warm enough, I put them out and I just let them run around. I've bought more chickens since I first bought the 16. I got them at Tractor Supply. I'm actually up to 30 now, and if I get too close, they'll run away. But they like to hang out in these weeds quite a bit, in these plants along the side of the house, and sometimes they'll grub around on the side of the house here or all in here. They've even gone past the corner here and gone into this area a little bit, but for the most part they stay all around here along the side of the hill. They're really fast and they're hard to catch. These will typically come over to me. Oh, bye-bye. This is a Red Ranger. He's kind of a meat bird, but he's able to forage. Unlike what most people are eating nowadays, which is a Cornish cross, which I'm going to talk quite a bit about this in future videos. It's the only chicken breed that most people have ever eaten, and it's the Frankenstein one. Look how friendly he is. He's standing on my foot. Now some of those will not even come close to you. But yeah, most of us, we've never eaten any of the other breeds of chickens, and there's hundreds of breeds of chickens. The only one that most people have ever eaten is the one that grows at more than twice the regular speed and gets a great big chest on it to the point of where they can hardly walk and forage, and they have bone and heart problems. Okay? The reason for all of that is because they've been overbred and overbred and overbred. Imagine taking the fattest human, the biggest human, and then breeding it with their significant other as the biggest human, and you just keep breeding them over and over again to get the biggest and fattest ones. Well, that's what they've done with chickens. And that's what people are eating. See, even the Coleman organic that I've been eating, it's a Cornish cross. And here, what I have is the Red Rangers. I bought 10 of those. And then I have a bunch of traditional breeds, like God, I can't even remember, Buff Orpingtons. I've got Buff Orpingtons. I've got some Asian birds. They're black birds. That couple different kinds of those. I've got the red whatchamacallits and the leghorns. I've got about 7 different kinds of chickens here. But yes, this is a major deal right here, just having them out. And they're starting to get up here and perch on top of these branches. And while they're sitting there, they'll eat the leaves. And so they're really learning how to do their thing. There's one of those little reds right there. Can you see her under there? But the next thing for me to do is to put up these posts and the fence. And this is hardware cloth. It's like a barrier against predators. And I've dug these trenches out so that they can't dig underneath. They're not deep trenches, but they'll suffice because that's all clay and rocks. And it's not been fun digging it. It's not easy. It's really hard for me to dig, and it'd be really hard for any coyote to dig. And so It's 90 feet all the way around. So it's 10 feet short of what I bought, 100 feet. Goes all the way across. You see the rocks? We'll put those in the bottom of the trench, all these rocks. And that'll be even more of a deterrent. I've just got to dig this one out a little bit more and straighten it out. But yeah, that's the next thing. And so I've been spending quite a bit of time and some money on the fencing and bird feed and stuff. And you could support my efforts to get back to eating real chicken. I'm going to show you how to get back to eating what a chicken is supposed to actually be like. Not overbred and not just kept in a cage, but allowed to eat greens like 5 freaking acres. What will they do with all of those bugs and greens? So yeah, if you'd like to support all of that, you could be a supporter on Patreon, or you could send a donation, or you could buy some of my products, which are already reasonably priced and awesome. I use them, a lot of them, every day, and I use all of them every week. Yeah, so now they're getting some of the feed that I put down there on the grass. And some of them have gone out here and they're walking around in the trench. There's one that's ventured out into the grass. That's probably the leader bird, the biggest one. Let's see, sometimes they start to go down this way. See, they run and fly at the same time. See this little white one? I think that's a leghorn. Little yellow one right there. She's really fast. There's 2 of those. They're both really fast. So is that little black one right there, and that Rhode Island red. They're really fast, but that white one right there, that's the speedy one. That was the last one to catch last night, one of the 2 of them. There's, let's see, yeah, there's both of them right there. And they're so fast. And what I'm trying to do right now is to train them to stay off the porch. So what typically will happen is they'll start getting hungry for grain, and they'll come up here on the porch and start making a racket, chirping really loud. And so I grab the broom and shoo them off like this. And so I'm training birds to stay off the freaking porch. Hey, baby. These are so docile here. They just want to come up and get more feed. They'll sit right on your hand. Watch. They'll just sit right on my hand. Hey, babies. Oh. Hey, Red. Just let me go, man. Let me go. I've got 4 of these Rhode Island Reds. I'm really starting to enjoy the birds. Hi, baby. Come on. I'm really enjoying the birds, but they have to be trained to stay off the porch for sure because they shit on it, you know. Okay, fly 'em. Hey, don't peck me. You see little things they want to peck. If they see something, like, they'll just peck it, you know. They're total bug vacuums. Hey, you! If you feel a little tickle, you know what it is. Say, hey, you got a bug on your foot, and I want to grab it. And they're so fast at pecking. Wait till they're big. Okay, so now watch when I take some feed out there to them. Watch, they'll all come running. I'll just put it right on the ground. There's no need for any kind of a container, really, because they're gonna get it. And you can spread it around so that more birds, there's no crowding, you know what I mean? More birds can get some. So there we got 3 piles. That should do the job. I see the other birds, some of the outer birds, see all of them converging on the feed, and they come running. So here's where it's easy to grab them. See that little yellow bird right there? I could never do that unless he were right in here eating some food. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Give me a thumbs up and make a comment down below. I'd love to hear your comments, usually. Thanks for joining me. Bye.